pleasant good afternoon and welcome to North Penn High School. Along with Sarah Snyder, I'm Kyle Berger, and we're glad you could join us for today's field hockey action between the host North Penn Maidens and the visiting Neshaminy Redskins. Starting lineups for North Penn: at left forward, number 23, Tara Wagner; center forward, number 8, Meg Somar; at right forward, her sister, number 21, Kate Somar; at left link, number 12, Amanda Spalding; center link, number 6, Laura Simpson; and at right link, number 5, Megan Sins; left back, number 16, Sarah Ducilli; center back, number 7, Lindsay Rogers; right back, number 3, Sue Lee; at sweeper, number 19, Leslie Mogenberg; and in goal for the Maidens, number 27, Kim Atwood. The starting lineups for Neshaminy: number 1, Sarah Camilli; number 6, Kristen Valenia; number 5, in goal, Katie Davis; number 9, Melanie Meeser; number 12, Kristen Cozy; number 17, Tracy Kokinda; number 22, Laura Keefe; number 25, Charlotte Partland; number 30, Kim Murphy; number 32, Becca Geiger; and number 36, Laura Dietz. Sarah, today figures to be a pretty good matchup between two solid teams in the Suburban 1 National Conference. Neshaminy had a big win over the weekend, a 4-1 victory in a non-league match. North Penn on Friday afternoon had a bit of a rough time against the perennial Suburban 1 National Champion Council Rock Indians. They took it on the chin, 6-1, but today is a good chance to rebound from that defeat.
It's a hot one, though.
Definitely a hot day today. It's probably close to 90 degrees on the field here with the sun beating down. It's the mid-afternoon and a lot of humidity, and that can take your toll on you out on the field.
Definitely. Hopefully they all get enough water today.
Fatigue probably will be a factor once we get into the second half. It's just a matter of which team is in better shape. Well, the Maidens are wearing their light blue jerseys with white numbers, moving from left to right on your screen. Neshaminy in the navy blue jerseys with the plaid skirts, moving from right to left.
That would be kilts, Kyle.
They are kilts, I'm sorry. A little Scottish heritage for you on North Penn Television. Katie Davis will kick it out, make that Melanie Meeser. It was a 16-yard free hit after the ball has gone over the end line by the Maidens. And now it will be Maidens' ball. Taking this free hit is Amanda Spalding. On the left wing, it's cleared hard by number 25, Charlotte Partland. Ball in feet, possession to the Maidens. Spalding will hit once again for the Maidens. She tops it up to the 16-yard line, and it's taken out by Neshaminy. Partland with another big drive. Co-captain Sarah Ducilli centers it. Ball is loose and is picked up by the Maidens' number 6. That's Laura Simpson. Plays to the near touchline. That pass is picked off by Laura Keefe. It's a third-party obstruction call against North Penn. And taking this free drive for the Redskins will be Becca Geiger. Can't figure out where to go with it, so she'll send it back across midfield where it's taken by Valenia and sent long down the sideline, chased by Ducilli for the Maidens, and it goes out of bounds. There has been a late lineup change for the Maidens. Megan Sins, one of the co-captains of the squad, is out with a knee injury, and playing in her spot is number 37. That's Shannon Eplot, a sophomore link. So Sins is unable to start due to a knee injury, and the ball will come out of play right in front of us. Maidens' ball at the near sideline.
Sin said she thinks she tore her ACL, but nothing's positive.
That's a definite unfortunate break for Sins, one of the co-captains of the Maidens. She can ill afford to have a knee injury, especially a severity of like a medial collateral ligament tear.
Senior year, too.
Definitely a tough break for Sins. We can only hope the best for her. Ball kicked out of bounds. Almost hit me with that one. It will be Neshaminy ball. Here comes Neshaminy up the near sideline. Kristen Valania will drive it across center. Picked off nicely by Spalding, looking long. And she has Kate Somar. Will she beat the ball in bounds? I'm afraid not. Goes out of bounds. And it's Neshaminy's. Just underway here, still scoreless. Somar knocks it out of bounds. A good play, but it will be Neshaminy ball. Taking it for the Redskins will be Tracy Kokinda. She'll touch it short to Valania. She'll top it. Meg Somar has it taken away from her, but not legally. It will be North Penn ball. Centered into that circle area, but it will be Neshaminy on an illegal play. It's kicked out by Kristen Valania, and now taken by Neshaminy's Tracy Kokinda. Sends it up the near sideline. Kim Murphy marked up against Lindsey Rogers. And now it's Laura Simpson with good defense.
Good stick work by Neshaminy.
Becca Geiger, with all kinds of room, sends it up the near sideline. It does hop out of bounds. It will be Neshaminy ball just inside midfield. Becca Geiger centers it to Valania. She has room and will drive it up. Ball and feet taken away nicely by Amanda Spalding. She's got speed up the far sideline. Looking to pass it off, and is now marked by Laura Dietz. It will be Maidens ball. Good scoring opportunity here with inside 16 yards. See what the Maidens can do. Sent to the middle and sent back out again by Valania, playing a solid game at sweeper for the Redskins. Valania again sends it out long. It will go out of bounds, and Sarah Ducilli, co-captain, will send it in.
Ooh.
Ball got up a bit high, so it will be Neshaminy ball. Of course, this is a pretty dangerous sport, always overlooked. The only pads these players have on are shin pads and mouth guards. It's a little rougher than it seems out there.
Yeah, and the ball is definitely hard.
You don't want to get hit with this ball. It's I've been hitting the foot just announcing these games, and it's hard enough. I can't imagine getting hit by a slap shot by one of these players up high where you don't have any pads.
Have you seen the bruises? They're pretty bad.
They turn all kinds of colors. That's pretty disgusting. We don't want to get into that.
No.
Nonetheless, still scoreless. Just underway here at North Penn High School. The Maidens and the Redskins in a Suburban 1 league clash. Good move on the far side by Meg Somar, the sophomore. She tries to center and does. Amanda Spalding has it taken away. And at midfield backing up is Charlotte Partron. She'll send up the near sideline, and it's Kristen Cozy. A nifty move around the defense. But Sarah Ducilli's there to bail her out.
Nice move down the sideline there.
Out of bounds, Maidens ball. Spalding will play up for the Maidens. Has it knocked down, but taken away nicely by the Maidens. Another foul on Neshaminy, a free hit for the Maidens. Getting that ball deeper into Neshaminy territory. Shannon Eplett's replacement sends it in. Spalding with a good effort to get it. She does draw a foul. Will be another free drive for the Maidens.
Spalding started last year as a sophomore. Played very well.
Yeah, she did a nice job stepping up for the Maidens as a sophomore, and that touches on a good point. These Maidens are a very young team.
Yes.
Now with Sins out of the lineup, they only have 3 seniors in their starting 11. That's a good thing and it's a bad thing, obviously, for right now. That's lacking a bit of senior leadership, but in the future, have plenty of sophomores and juniors getting varsity experience, which can only bode well for the future.
Definitely.
They'll go across that far touchline. It will be North Penn ball. Sarah Ducilli just outside of 16 yards.
Sarah Ducilli's strong all-around athlete.
Yeah, she three varsity letter winner last year with field hockey, basketball, and lacrosse. And she looks to do the same this year. Obstruction foul against Sue Lee. That will be Neshaminy ball. Taking it away is Melanie Meeser.
No real shots on goal yet.
Yeah, no scoring opportunities whatsoever. No penalty corners for either team as well. Pretty much a game in midfield, although Neshaminy has it in close. But a penalty is called against them, so that will... No, this is a penalty corner, I beg your pardon.
Yes.
First corner of the game, Neshaminy has the opportunity.
Corners are always a good scoring opportunity.
Yeah, usually the main scoring opportunity in games for either team.
Yes, it is.
It's centered.
No, taken away.
Good play by Sarah Ducilli. Active stick work gets the ball out of trouble. And Amanda Spalding picks it up, but is called for the foul. Ball is into the goal area. It will be another penalty corner. The ball did enter the net, but not until after the infraction had been called. Taking this corner is Kristen Cozy. She centers to Valencia again, but she lets it go by. Meeser with the ball now, and it's sent out of harm's way nicely by the Maidens' Laura Simpson. Good defense on the corner once again.
Definitely.
Well, the Maidens did a rather decent job against Council Rock in the corners department. I believe Council Rock had somewhere around 16 corners, but they only gave up 1 goal on a penalty corner, despite the other 5 that they gave up throughout the game. So if the Maidens could take anything from that loss, it would be an excellent game in the corners defense department. Here's Meg Somar with speed. Still controlling. Has 1 to beat and does so. She comes to the center. Still controlling. Excellent stick work by Meg Somar, the sophomore, but she gets called for obstruction, and it will be Neshaminy ball. Taking the drive is Laura Dietz. And now it's Spalding for the Maidens. Along the far side, it's centered to Meg Somar. And she still has it, moving up close to that 16-yard area. Tries to go wide with it. It's Laura Simpson. The drive to the center to Somar. In the box. Penalty corner for the Maidens. Here's a good scoring opportunity. The Maidens' first corner of the game.
Speaking of Somars, I heard that Megan and Katie work really well together, being sisters.
Well, we saw sister and sister on the team last year with Sarah and Susan Ducilli.
Yes, we did.
Susan, of course, graduating and going on to Rutgers College in New Jersey. Here's the center. It's going to be Kate Somar. She drives. Has it blocked nicely by Neshaminy. Here's a ball up in the face. That's what we were talking about, Sarah. This is a pretty dangerous sport.
Yes, it is.
Ball is saved nicely by Kim Murphy of Neshaminy. She'll send it across the middle. Tipped by Neshaminy. And taken by Charlotte Partland.
That was great stick work. Did you see that, Kyle?
That was good stick work, and that's one of the nicer aspects of this game. It can be pretty rough with all the high sticks and such, but even we saw Meg Somar a couple minutes ago. Just beautiful stick work out in the open field and faking out the defense.
Yes.
Partland will slap it up for the Redskins. Suley picks it up on 1 hop. Topped upwards by Tracy Kokinda. Now the Maidens' defense, Lindsay Rogers, namely, gets called for that foul. And Neshaminy with a free drive just outside that penalty circle. Taking it is Melanie Meeser. Toward the center. There'll be a free hit for the Maidens coming out, I believe. I'm not sure. And nope, it's corner.
Other way around.
I read the signal wrong from the official. Neshaminy's 3rd corner. This one taken by Kristen Cozy. Ball is in play. Slap just inside the arc. Good save by Atwood. The rebound. It's loose. And it will be yet another corner, so the Maidens escape giving up a goal right there, but do yield the fourth corner of the game to the Neshaminy Redskins.
Excellent defense so far by the Maidens.
Yeah, Kim Atwood picking up a big save there for the Maidens, preserving the shutout so far. Here's the play to the center. It's tipped. Neshaminy with another drive. Atwood will kick it out with authority. Just outside that penalty arc, hustling back for the Maidens is Sue Lee on defense, but taking it away is Kristen Cozy. Contact foul on the Maidens. Neshaminy will control. So North Penn a perfect 4 for 4 on corners defense so far. Here's a center clean all the way in. Camilli tried the shot but missed. Neshaminy will have their 5th corner of the game. Cozy once again takes it to the center. Having a tough time controlling it as Meeser can't get a shot off. And Partland, under the swarming defense of Sarah Ducilli, is called for obstruction. Ducilli will whack it out for the Maidens. So a good defensive series for the Maidens over those past few minutes, defending 3 corners almost flawlessly. Contact foul against Neshaminy. North Penn will drive it out. Shannon Epplot across midfield with it. And it's sent up by Becca Geiger. Laura Simpson sends it to Kate Somar off of Neshaminy. No, they say North Penn.
It was off of Katie's stick.
Yes, it was. Geiger will send it right to Sarah Snyder, making the big stop. Good play, Sarah.
Thanks, Cop. I always like to get involved.
We try here at North Penn Television. Laura Simpson, a nice play through to Meg Somar. There's that stick work we were talking about. Here comes Shannon Epplot. Sends it across, but it's intercepted by Delara Dietz. That name Dietz might be familiar to those of you who remember the Neshaminy football game last year. Quarterback Jim Dietz is the older brother of Laura Dietz. Kristen Pappert around the corner goes out of bounds. Substitution. No, it's a timeout, I beg your pardon. This will be a 90-second timeout taken by, I believe, North Penn, probably just to rest up the players. Get a water break, as you had alluded to earlier, Sarah. It's a bit hot out here, and it's important to keep the water level up in your body. You don't want to get dehydrated in these conditions.
Yes, it is.
Now, you played lacrosse in probably some pretty hot conditions. What are you thinking when you're out there and it's 90 degrees and it's late in the game? You just kind of put that aside and try to concentrate on the game the best.
It's true, but still when you're dehydrated, you lose all your energy. Fatigue takes over, and it happens, though.
And, of course, Kim Atwood, a solid goalie for the Maidens, and Katie Davis, a solid goalie for the Neshaminy Redskins. This figures to be a low-scoring affair, not a 6-1 blowout as happened on Friday to the Maidens against Council Rock. So it's important probably to score early here, as you don't expect to see too much action in the late going in this game.
Definitely. Goalies have to be extremely hot with all that padding on.
Yeah, they are the only ones on the field with padding. They have chest protectors and leg pads similar to ice hockey leg pads. They don't have any catching gloves or anything like that as an ice hockey goalie would have, but you'll see the bulk of their saves, they'll just kick the ball out of harm's way, as we saw Atwood do earlier. And the Maidens had a goalie last year, Jody Trumbor, who was all-league 2 years running. I remember there was a couple plays where the ball would just be rolling in there, and she'd boot it almost out to midfield. So it's a very effective way to clear the ball if you're the goalie, just to kind of punt the thing out as far as you can.
Yeah.
Well, the timeout is over. Both teams emerge from their huddles. We're still scoreless, probably about halfway through this first half. We don't have an official scoreboard here. We can only guess at the time. The clock is always running, except for the last 5 minutes of play in each half. It will be stopped at every stoppage.
Out of bounds.
It does go out of bounds on the far side. North Penn will pick it up. Amanda Spalding will drive it in. Sarah Camilli plays it up for Neshaminy. And now across midfield come the Redskins. Tracy Kokinda is harassed to a point by number 7 of the Maidens. That's Lindsay Rogers. She draws the foul, and it's Maidens' ball. Mixed signals there. Somar went in, the ball went out. She has to chase. Becca Geiger will send it back safely to Kristen Valania. Now it's Geiger again. It was a kick ball by Simpson, and it will be the Redskins' ball. Geiger with a big drive, knocked down nicely by Meg Somar, laying the stick flat along the ground to trap the ball. Centers it, but it's taken away by Geiger. Here comes Sarah Camilli. Good defense by Amanda Spalding at midfield, slapping it away. Now she has it taken away from her, but not without obstruction. Maiden's ball. Kick ball. Neshaminy will take it back. A lot of play in midfield here in the past couple minutes. North Penn not with any real solid scoring opportunities on the offensive side.
Not yet.
Rather slow pace to this game. That ball is played too high by Sarah Ducilli. Neshaminy will get a free drive in good field position from about 40 yards out. Laura Dietz will take it. She'll flick it over to Melanie Meeser. Meg Somar trying to get into the thick of things, but can't. Ball in feet off of Amanda Spalding, and Neshaminy gets a free drive out of it. Sent into the penalty circle. And North Penn will be able to come out with it from 16 yards out. Sent up long, nobody home for the Maidens. Neshaminy has plenty of time. Valania will send it far side to Laura Dietz. Sent to the midfield. A swarm of players around the ball. Who comes away with it? It's the Maidens at midfield. Sent up by Simpson. Now it's taken by Kristen Pappert. Neshaminy ball. Pappert bounces it up. It's taken away by Spalding along that far side. Neshaminy will control again. Checking into the game on a substitution is number 35, Diana Giangeli, a sophomore forward. Neshaminy once again with a free hit here. Coming up with it is Melanie Meeser. Into the corner, it will go wide of the goal by a few feet. North Penn will have a 16-yard free out. Leslie Mogenberg, the sweeper, strikes it solidly along that far sideline, but it is sent out of bounds. And Neshaminy takes over. Played off the back of Shannon Eplot. Here she comes across midfield, and she finds her teammate Giangeli, I beg your pardon. No matter, Neshaminy has control at midfield. Dietz will come up and take this one. Penalty against Neshaminy for obstruction. North Penn takes over. 10 yards shy of midfield. Amanda Spalding will send it up for North Penn. Unable to connect with Tara Wagner. Neshaminy has the ball at midfield.
It's going back and forth.
Yeah, a lot of neutral play here. No offensive chances really for the past about 10 minutes when Neshaminy had a penalty corner. And since then, the ball's been pretty much in between the two 25-yard lines the whole game.
Yes, it has.
And just right then, as Neshaminy was trying to send it in, they get called for a foul. North Penn Sends it right back out, but here comes Sarah Camilli. She's unable to control that pass. It goes out of bounds. Maiden's ball, taking it is Kristen Pappert. From about 20 yards out, Laura Dietz sends it into the circle, and it's going to be called back out on Neshaminy. Leslie Mogenberg to the far sideline looking for Amanda Spalding. It goes out of bounds. Neshaminy's Pappert will send it in for the Redskins. She takes a big chunk of turf with that one, and is taken by Tracy Kokinda from just outside the circle. She sends it in. Ball is loose. It's going to be a penalty corner for the Maidens. I believe Sue Lee got called for a foul on that play. Corner number 6 for the Redskins, as they are finally putting on some offensive pressure in the Maidens' end. Sent to the middle. Worked around by Neshaminy. Here's the shot. Score! Kim Murphy from about 12 yards out with a rocket pass. Kim Atwood. And we're at 1-0 Neshaminy. There's a lot on that one, Sarah.
I wouldn't want to be in front of that one.
Even with all those pads.
Yeah.
That was, we don't have a radar gun here, but that thing was moving. So it's 1-0 Neshaminy in the first half.
See if North Penn can get back into the game here.
Yeah, now would be a good time right after the goal scored by Neshaminy. If they can come right back down and not necessarily score a goal, but just get some offensive pressure, that would be very good for them. Well, here comes Neshaminy right in the box again. Murphy looking for another one. Penalty corner for the Redskins. And Kim Murphy, I failed to mention before, in that 4-1 victory for the Redskins over the weekend, she had 2 of those goals. So she seems to be the go-to girl for the Redskins. Here's the 6th corner of the game for the Redskins. They scored on the last one. Tracy Kokinda flips it in. What's the call on this one? It's a high ball. Maidens will take it out.
It was hit off of number 7.
Ball is sent, trying to get to that 25-yard line, but it's not. Kokinda picks it up just outside the circle. Contact foul against the Maidens, Lindsey Rogers, and another corner for the Redskins. It's sent. Defense by Ducilli knocks it away, and she draws the foul. Maiden's ball. Ducilli drives it up that sideline. It evades Amanda Spalding and goes out of bounds.
Right into the crowd. That'll wake them up.
It is only 1-0, but past few minutes have been exciting with Neshaminy's goal and several corner opportunities. North Penn is going to try to get some offensive pressure on Neshaminy before the end of this half. They have yet to get a shot on goal. Neshaminy ball just outside the penalty circle. It's sent in past Atwood wide. And North Penn will take it out. Leslie Mogenberg will quickly put the ball in play for the Maidens. She hits behind that one. Ball is loose. Penalty against Neshaminy. Amanda Spalding will not take it. It will be Sarah Ducilli. At the 25-yard line, she'll swat it up towards midfield. Gets by the Neshaminy defense. Sent deep now into Neshaminy territory. North Penn trying to get an offensive spurt here, but they can't control. Penalty called against them. Neshaminy ball. Valenia pops it up. It's across midfield. but it's headed back there because North Penn has a free hit. Play to the far side. Rogers looking for Simpson, has it intercepted by Kim Murphy. Now it's Simpson again, draws the foul. She'll get a free hit quickly, looking for Laura Phelps. She's defended nicely. Ball is out of bounds off of Phelps. It will be Neshaminy ball. Becca Geiger swats it up. Stepping in the way of that was Shannon Eplot, but Neshaminy recovers. Melanie Meeser has it go out of bounds, North Penn ball. Sue Lee centers. That ball went up high, but the call is against North Penn. Volania from 25 yards out will play up. Now at midfield, it's Kristen Cozy. Turning around the Maidens' defense, Christina Ford picks it up on the far side. Centers, Ducilli takes a chunk of turf, not a lot of ball, and it's picked up by the Redskins. Ducilli fighting for that ball and is able to get it away from Neshaminy. Ford across midfield. Meeser once again taking it. Now it's sent up by Giangeli. Will be North Penn ball. Ball played by a high stick. Spalding sends it down. Giangeli under tight defense. She's going to get called for obstruction. Volania with the long ball across midfield. Good play by Ducilli to react to that. Sent up the far sideline, but out of bounds. After Neshaminy tracks that ball down, they'll have a free hit. We're in the final minutes of the first half. Don't have an exact time, but I do know the official timer is up right behind the far side official, waiting to tell her how much time is left in the half. Well, no sooner do I say it than the half ends.
Good call, Kyle.
1-0 Neshaminy on the goal by Kim Rogers, a rocket from about 14 yards out. And that is the difference in this game. The teams will rest up, get some water, switch sides, and play another half of field hockey. And we'll have that second half for you after this on North Penn Television. Stick around.
We know we can count on you to do what Smokey says. Smokey says!
Only you.
No, you don't play with matches, that's not cool. Tell mom and dad to break them, stop them. Yeah, that's the rule.
And when your folks desire to build a fire, clear brush and branches away, and keep water nearby like you oughta.
Did someone say otter?
We're all counting on you.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
On the big highway of life, there's only one safe place for kids.
Backseat, baby.
The front seat's not the place to drop out. Don't want that big old bag to pop out.
Backseat, baby.
Put that booties in the backseat.
Backseat, baby.
Have action kids you never meet. I'm here to remind you to put them behind you.
Backseat, baby.
Wow, look at here.
Backseat, baby.
To stay alive even when I drive.
Welcome back to North Penn High School. The score is 1-0 favor Neshaminy after one half of field hockey here on a very hot, humid afternoon at North Penn High School. Neshaminy getting the goal in the first half from Kim Murphy, finally converting on a corner opportunity. Neshaminy 1 for 7 in the first half on corners. North Penn only had one corner and obviously did not score on it. Your thoughts on the first half, sir?
Well, pretty much it was back and forth. You know, and Neshaminy just got a good shot. Hard shot, like you said before. Hopefully North Penn can come back to win it.
Well, we're underway here in the second half. Taking that one off the noggin was number 23, Tara Wagner. She appears to be all right off that blast from Ducilli's stick. Ball is now into Neshaminy territory. That's a rarity. We did not see much offensive movement out of North Penn in that first half, but here's Ducilli on the near side centering, but it's picked off now. Taking it as Lindsey Rogers. A nice play to the near sideline. Here's Amanda Spaulding. Is stopped short of the 25-yard line and centers it. Here's Epilot turning it around, gets called for obstruction.
I think that Amanda and Sarah Ducilli work really well together on this side of the line.
It's always important to have good communication with the players that are going to be nearest to you during the game, and you pointed out a prime example of that are the two sisters, Meg and Kate Somar, who play side by side up on that front line, although Meg is currently out of the game.
Yes, they do.
Diana Giangeli is in. Falling down on that play was Tracy Kokinda. Spaulding sends it up, and it's taken away by Neshaminy's Partland. Here's play in midfield. Centered by Tara Wagner. Wristing it up there is Melanie Meeser past North Penn's Angie Delanzo. A good play on that ball.
Very
Sent
good.
far side.
She took it back and then hit it up.
Yeah, good play under pressure there by Delanzo. And got a lot on that falling away from it. Still managed to get a good piece of that ball. Out of bounds far side. Neshaminy will send it up. Becca Geiger, number 32. Got a lot of touches in that first half. Has played a good game defensively. Not a very good hit there. But her teammates pick up for her, and it's sent long and deep in on the North Penn goal. That's Heather Franz is now in goal. They've replaced Kim Atwood. That's a sophomore. Heather Franz in goal for the Maidens. Neshaminy will test her out quickly. Moving into the penalty box. No call. Yes, now there is a penalty corner against the Maidens. I thought they were going to call something. And they did, so the sophomore goalie Franz will be tested out quickly here. Kristen Cozy will take it to the top of the box. Sent back down low. Cozy centers to the middle. Shot. Save! Good save by Franz, but another corner for Neshaminy. Did a good job of standing her ground there and just letting Neshaminy take the shot, and she reacted well.
Switching sides. See how they do on this side.
Kristen Cozy once again. Sends it into the area. Here's the goal scorer. Another shot. Good save by Franz. She stood tall on that one. Kim Murphy trying to get her second goal of the game for a second consecutive two-goal game. Now it's sent in on Franz. Deflected. Kicked out nicely by Franz. I don't know how she got that one. Beautiful play by the Maidens goalie. And the Maidens will clear it out. Good job by the sophomore on that play. It could very easily be 2-0 after those last couple minutes, but
Those were nice shots, too.
from in close and a lot of pace on those shots as well, and Franz standing her ground, keeping the ball from going in the cage. From the 25-yard line, Neshaminy will knock it in. Melanie Meeser drops it off. Good defense by Katie Somar. Obstruction call against Neshaminy's Sarah Camilli. And another foul against Neshaminy. Sue Lee with the free drive for the Maidens sends it up along the ground. Taken after a couple yards by Amy Parker. And North Penn once again with a drive. This one goes out of bounds before a North Penn player could get on it. And Geiger will drive for the Redskins. Up the far side it goes. It's picked off by Angie Delanzo. And now it's sent deep into North Penn territory. Call against the Redskins for sending it in too high. North Penn drives it out. It's Sue Lee. Neshaminy will control again, sending it up. Becca Geiger once more sends it off the shins of Laura Simpson. And she draws a foul. She'll drive up quickly for the maidens. As more and more time goes by, that continues to be a bigger and bigger factor for the maidens with the running clock until the last 5 minutes. It's important to make the most of their time. Far sideline play goes out of bounds. North Penn's Sue Lee gets under that one, pops it up, and it will be Neshaminy ball from about 30 yards out. Taking it for the Redskins is number 6, Kristen Valania. Across midfield it goes. Murphy, the goal scorer, with speed down that far sideline. And she runs onto the softball field out of bounds. North Penn will hit it out. Sue Lee, number 3, the defender for the maidens. Has it taken away, but recovers nicely, and now Neshaminy picks it off once again. Kate Somar hustles in to get it for the maidens. Big drive out is knocked down, but Somar controls again. Here she goes. The drive up the far sideline. Chasing with speed is DeAngeli. Can't come up with it, but does draw the obstruction foul against Valania. North Penn with a good chance to get an offensive opportunity here. Simpson towards the middle, picked off by Meeser. Good play by Neshaminy, but it's taken away. Sue Lee draws another foul. North Penn ball. There's Rogers' drive toward the middle. DeAngeli giving chase, can't come up with it. An elbow call against Lindsey Rogers. Tough one against her. Neshaminy will be able to clear it.
Lindsay also plays softball, doesn't she?
Yes, she does. Of course, Miss Joan Moser is the coach for both the field hockey teams and the softball team, so plays for Miss Moser in the fall and the spring. It's always good to try to make a good impression on your coach by playing another sport with them in a different season.
Definitely.
Showing them your athletic ability, as Simpson does. Here's the ball sent across midfield just out of the reach of Camille. Leslie Mogenberg can't come up with it. A rare error for the sweeper. Camille draws contact. Neshaminy moving the ball well into North Penn territory. Charlotte Partland, not a very good attempt right there, and Mogenberg will send it out. Spalding gives chase. Partland beats her around the corner, tries to center, and does. Maidens laying their sticks down. Here's the center. And the shot by Neshaminy is muted.
Right across the goal.
Nicely. Laura Simpson denying that shot. But as you said, the Redskins shot it right across the goal mouth. Did not have anybody home. Trying to bury it was Amy Parker, but couldn't find it before she was defended nicely by Simpson.
What was that goal?
That was a high ball by Neshaminy. They got the ball up too high, so North Penn will have a free hit from 25 yards out.
That has to be tough. It has to be strong, but not high.
Yeah, in a game last year, Jamie Willis, from probably about 30 feet away, had a shot just as hard, if not harder, than Kim Murphy's goal that we saw earlier today, but it was above the waist level of the goalie, so I was going nuts because it was such a great shot, but it doesn't count because it's too high.
That's horrible.
Yeah, it was a shame, and it luckily didn't make a difference in the game for the Maidens. That was a game against Harry S. Truman in which they won 10-0.
Wow.
Not a very close game.
No.
Meeser sends it across midfield out of bounds. North Penn on the far side. Sue Lee will bring it up.
It's weird to see Sue Lee playing on the field because in lacrosse she plays goalie. She played last year for the Maidens on JV.
That's interesting. Usually you see sometimes goalies on on both field hockey and lacrosse stay in goal, but that is an interesting point. But that helps Sully's, obviously, her speed back in goal, having a chance to play out in the field on field hockey, running around for this entire game.
She was one of the fastest goalies last year.
Of course, goalie is a position the Maidens lacrosse team is looking to fill in after Yashonda Wisher had graduated last year, and she's now at George Mason University. North Penn will have a free hit coming in. Sully once again, 16 yards out, will take it. Big drive by Lee out toward midfield. It gets by the defense. Meg Somar gives chase. But the sweeper for the Neshaminy Redskins, Laura Dietz, plays it nicely. Good move by Partland, but a great defensive play by Amanda Spalding. She brings it to center. Contact made. It goes against Spalding.
Double team there. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Neshaminy's defense just collapsed all over Spalding. No room to go. Mogenberg loses control to Sarah Camilli, but she regains a nice play by Leslie, taken away by Camilli. A one-on-one battle here. Camilli toward the center, stopped by Ducilli, called for a kicked ball in the penalty area. That'll be a corner. Ducilli visibly upset, knowing that she's given Neshaminy a scoring chance. Neshaminy is yet to convert a corner in this half. They had two in the early going. Here's the center pass from the top. It's wristed over. Here's the shot toward the goal. Call against Neshaminy. It'll be coming out. Murphy with another good chance. Didn't get all of the ball. And North Penn is able to send out. Here's Ducilli sending it to the near side to Spalding, working well together once again. Now it's Meg Somar, the sophomore. I beg your pardon, that's Angie Delanzo.
A lot of talk is going on the field. It's good to hear.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it through our microphones, is taking a spill on that play is Charlotte Partland. She appears to be all right. But a lot of players talking to each other, and that helps them, obviously. They don't have to necessarily look up to make a pass. They can just hear where they are and send it. North Penn will have a free drive coming out. Lindsey Rogers across midfield. Laura Simpson now sends it over. Kim Murphy toward the center, nicely just wide of the goal.
I thought that would end, Kyle, but it didn't. That's good.
Yeah, that did just go wide of the net. No problem for the Maidens. They'll have 16-yard free hit taken by Mogenberg. Top just a bit. Now it's picked up by Partland. Good moves by Partland. Still controlling. Now it's taken away nicely by the Maidens. Rogers. Up the near sideline, it goes off of Neshaminy's Charlotte Partland. Out of bounds. Timeout taken by North Penn as they need to regroup here before the final push in the second half. They trail 1-0 on the first half goal by Neshaminy's Kim Murphy. North Penn will get their second wind here, probably make a few substitutions, try to get their starting 11 back in the lineup. Of course, we don't know why the Maidens switched goalkeepers, of course, putting in Heather France in the second half. We can imagine possibly because of the heat. It might have taken its toll on Kim Atwood. Of course, we don't know. We're just guessing. Did not see her come off the field in any manner that would indicate an injury. Can only assume that the heat might be starting to take its toll on these players, especially the goalkeepers, as they enter the latter stages of the second half.
We have it nice in the shade, but I can just imagine.
Yeah, we are kind of kicking it in the shade here, set up by our camera truck. But it's still about 80 degrees in the shade, I guess you could say. 90 degrees out there, but we're having a fun time here, and we hope you're enjoying it. Sarah Snyder and Kyle Berger here at North Penn High School. Neshaminy leads 1-0 in field hockey against North Penn on a hazy, hot, and humid day in mid-September. Glad you could join us. Well, they're still in the timeout, just about ready to break from it. And North Penn trying to get on the board to force overtime. Overtime in field hockey is a little different than you'd expect. They have 11 players on the field right now, but for overtime, they call it sudden victory, not sudden death. They want to keep it as positive as possible, first of all. Second of all, they bring in only 7 players, counting the goalies on each side, and it's a 10-minute period. But the Maidens have to score first before we can even think of overtime. We'll see what they do. Ball is in play. Amanda Spalding with a nice touch to Sarah Ducilli. Can't come up with it. Taken away. Camilli towards the middle. Now the Maidens defense sends it over the end line. They'll have a 16-yard free hit taken, I believe, by Leslie Mogenberg, yes. Looking upfield, coming in to get it nicely was Meg Somar. Ball in feet. Draws the foul, Maidens ball.
About how much time do you think's left?
I would say probably around 5 or 10 minutes, somewhere in that window. Like we say, we don't have a clock with us. There's no official scoreboard here. We can only guess. It would seem that they're in the final 10 or so minutes of this game.
Somar's getting a little rough there.
Ball is sent deep into Maidens territory. Mogenberg showing good speed, giving chase, but can't beat Neshaminy's Kristen Cozy to the ball. One-on-one they go. It's centered. Camilli taken away by Ducilli nicely. Here comes the drive by Neshaminy's Tracy Kokinda. Not done legally. Mogenberg with the clear for the Maidens. She has Katie Somar on that far side. She'll send it up. The only Maiden even close to that one was D'Angeli. Somar called for obstruction. Neshaminy will drive up. Kristen Valania finds Camilli. North Penn will have Lindsay Rogers smack it up. Defended nicely by Becca Geiger of Neshaminy. Now at midfield, Shannon Eplot tries to send it up, cannot. Kate Somar can't come up with it either. Good play by Rogers evading the Neshaminy defense. It's penalty called on Neshaminy. And Rogers will drive up for the Maidens. Bounces it up there. In feet taken by Kristen Valania. Sent out of bounds on that far sideline. Sue Lee will pick up quickly for the Maidens and send it in. Big drive to the center, picked off by Valania and sent right back out. 3 Neshaminy jerseys around North Penn's Laura Simpson, but she does draw the foul. Sue Lee toward the 25-yard line. Once again, Valania playing solid defense. D'Angeli called for the kicked ball. Neshaminy will send out. Valania sends it far side. Not getting all of it, but just enough was Becca Geiger. Sue Lee playing tight defense, but is called for obstruction. Neshaminy sends deep into North Penn territory. Sarah Ducilli and Mogenberg were the only 2 people back, but they were able to stall Neshaminy's offense just long enough. They do draw a foul, however. Here's the drive by Neshaminy. It's too high. North Penn will send out. Lindsay Rogers, she's called for hitting it too high. Got to keep the ball down. Mogenberg has it kick off of her. She does recover. And good call right there, an obstruction foul against Melanie Meeser. clearly stopping Angie DeLanzo from getting the ball. Here comes Laura DeAngeli. Obstruction called against North Penn's Shannon Eplot, getting the shoulder into Neshaminy's Charla Partland. Here's Kim Murphy, whose goal is the difference in the game, coming toward the center. They play on. She shoots. Save! Another shot. And it just goes wide. Couldn't see from here. But the referee indicating a 16-yard free hit for the Maidens. Heather Franz standing tall in goal.
She's unstoppable.
Good move by Murphy to get back into the penalty area to get that shot off against Franz. But she had the angle played perfectly and had it go off of her leg. Did give up a rebound, but Neshaminy put it wide. So we're still at 1-0 in the final 5 or so minutes of this second half. DeAngeli is called for that foul. Neshaminy drops it off. Slapping it up is Becca Geiger. Here's that kick I was talking about, a smart play by Franz. She'll kick it over the end line.
It's a mix of soccer and obviously field hockey.
They're pretty much punting that one right out over the end line. A smart play to get it out of harm's way as Neshaminy's offense was charging. Here goes Meg Somar.
You need somebody to pass.
Across midfield. Oh, a great move right past Neshaminy's Kristen Valania. Meg Somar holds on to it. Has it poked away nicely by Neshaminy's Melanie Meeser. Amanda Spalding, good chance for the Maidens right here. Toward the center. It goes too high. Tough break for the Maidens. Just as they were starting to put the pressure on, they get called for a foul.
That would have been perfect.
That was a nice center by Spalding, just a bit too high off the ground. Neshaminy from 25 yards out will take it. Kristen Valania, number 6. Maiden's defense is able to knock it down. But picking it up is Stacy Histon of Neshaminy just into the ballgame. Kim Murphy. Great move around Mogenberg. Here's the center. Good kick out by Heather Franz to get it out of harm's way. That one's on Valley Forge Road.
I wonder if she's on the soccer team.
Yeah, you'd think she could be a soccer goalie with those punting moves we've just seen.
Definitely.
But you can see Heather Franz getting more and more confidence in goal.
Has she been in before? Have you seen her?
No, I've not seen her in goal yet this year. Kim Atwood has gotten the bulk of the playing time. Atwood has had shutouts earlier this year against Ben Salem and Wissahickon throughout the entire game and has played well, so I don't think Coach Moser took out Kim Atwood due to poor play in that first half. That's definitely not the case.
No.
But Fran's getting quality playing time. Here's a scoring opportunity for Neshaminy. The center off of the corner. It's set up toward the middle. Score! Neshaminy puts in the second goal of the game. Melanie Meeser had the original shot. I couldn't tell if that was deflected or not. Number 9 from the top of that circle, Melanie Meeser, put that one in. The crowd seems to be collecting around number 12, Kristen Cozy. She was the one that had the original play on the corner. She might have worked her way in and deflected it. We don't know. Nonetheless, 2-0 Neshaminy. North Penn has dug itself a hole. They're going to need to get 2 quick goals right here to try to force an overtime.
There's not much time left, though.
And they have not had a shot yet in this game. Obviously, you need some shots on goal to even think about scoring.
Tough defense, though.
Yeah, Neshaminy's defense has played really well. Their sweeper, Laura Dietz, has been an immovable force back there. Can't say much about Kate Davis, the goalie, number 5. She hasn't been tested yet. And also Kristen Valania, number 6 for Neshaminy, playing a solid game She's still in the game. I thought I saw her go out, but look out, Sarah. Here comes the ball.
Thanks, Kyle.
Laura Dietz, that sweeper I was talking about, steps up nicely. Meg Somar controlling. Spalding with a give and go to Somar. Play on. Ducilli. Big drive across the field. Kate Somar deflects it. D'Angeli has it go off her foot. Neshaminy from midfield will send up. Good solid stop on defense by Spalding. She evades the Neshaminy defense, but that time has it taken away by Charlotte Partland. So we're in the last 5 minutes here at North Penn High School. Maidens needing a few quick goals. Kickball by Neshaminy, taking it for North Penn is Lindsay Rogers. Big drive up the field, misconnects with Kate Somar, goes out of bounds, and taking over is Neshaminy's Becca Geiger, just a few yards shy of midfield. Geiger looking for somebody to send to. Goes past the entire North Penn defense. Picking it up is Kristen Cozy. She's called for obstruction, North Penn ball. Ducilli gets way underneath that one. And it goes out of bounds. Neshaminy plays toward the center. Call coming against North Penn. Neshaminy from 25 yards out will send it in. It's Becca Geiger. Big drive by Geiger along the ground, deflected by Somar, not ruled to be illegally done so. Geiger once again, this time closer to the North Penn cage. Sent off of a North Penn player, got too high. It'll be North Penn ball sending it out. Geiger chunks this one, taken away from her by Shannon Eplot. Ups towards midfield. Valania, nice play up the far sideline. One-on-one battle going on over there between North Penn's Laura Simpson and Neshaminy's Laura Keefe. Sue Lee will send across midfield, out of bounds, but off of Neshaminy. Lee will tee it up again. Fire off of Neshaminy defender, where it's taken by Laura Simpson. At the 25-yard line, Diana D'Angeli is called for the elbow. Kristen Valania, no good on that clearance attempt. Here's Amanda Spalding. Gets pushed away, but she's called for the obstruction. Contact, no call at midfield. Now there's the call against Neshaminy. Played up by Lindsay Rogers. Now it's Meg Somar. Trying to send it through to Giangeli, cannot. Somar laying the stick down on defense. Sent out of bounds. It will be North Penn ball, Sarah Ducilli. Another chunk out of the turf there. Giangeli one-on-one. Called for obstruction. Sent out of bounds on the near sideline. North Penn will have it just inside midfield.
Both teams played a really hard game today, being in the heat and everything.
Yeah, there isn't much of a breeze out here to cool the teams off either. That's another tough condition to play under. So Neshaminy has a free hit. But both teams did play a good game. North Penn, if they could take anything out from this one again, is they did manage to play reasonably good defense. They only gave up those 2 goals on corners. but the rest of their defensive game plan seemed to work out rather well. But that could not translate into any offensive pressure. As we've said, they don't have a shot in this game.
Before the game, I got a quote from Megan Sims, co-captain for the Maidens. She stated that this obviously is a rebuilding year for the Maidens, but through hard work and team unity, they hope to accomplish more than just wins. So,
yeah, possibly a postseason playoff berth for the Maidens. They did make the playoffs last year. They had a very good team last year, a solid nucleus of senior leaders on that team. They had Jamie Willis, Alyssa Moser, Jody Trumbore in goal, a two-time All-League selection, Nikki Leone. Tons of seniors on that team, and of course with 3 or 4 seniors on this team, you're not going to have the senior leadership that was around last year.
No.
But these Maidens aren't short on talent. Plenty of young talent here. Here's one of them, Amanda Spalding, a junior, is turned inside out by Neshaminy's 23, Kristen Pappert. Neshaminy from just outside the penalty circle. Pappert with a free hit. Driven in and deflected by the Maidens. Spalding sends out Pappert toward the middle. Mogenberg for the Maidens comes away with it. Spalding called for the foul as we are in the final minute here at North Penn High School.
nice block by Megan.
Yeah, Somar did a good job to get that stick in and pop it up. Laura Dietz centers for Neshaminy. Clock will stop with that obstruction. But it appears that Neshaminy is going to come away with a victory here. A hard-earned league victory for Neshaminy. There's the final horn. The final score here at North Penn High School. The Neshaminy Redskins coming away with a victory. 2-0 over the host North Penn Maidens, getting the shutout. For Neshaminy is number 5, Katie Davis, although she did not face a single shot on goal throughout the entire game. North Penn giving up a goal on a penalty corner in one in each half. In goal for the Maidens in the first half, of course, it was Kim Atwood. And then in goal for the Maidens in the second half, Heather Franz. Franz played well in that second half despite giving up that goal. She seemed to stand tall and keeping the score respectable for North Penn.
She made about 6 saves.
Yeah, at least.
At least 6 saves.
And did a good job of clearing the ball when it was in harm's way as well.
Yes.
So Franz appears to be the goalie of the future for North Penn, getting some quality playing time here today. Well, North Penn's league record drops to 1-2. That one win coming against Ben Salem, the 2 losses to Council Rock, and today against Neshaminy. Well, that will wrap things up here from North Penn High School. Our director today was Mary Fakish. For Sarah Snyder, I'm Kyle Berger. So long, everybody.